Hi everyone, welcome to Mr. Mark's English lesson. So in this video, we are looking at the schools around the world. Now I have looked up the internet for some interesting schools around the world. Well, of course, in every country, there are different types of schools, and these are just some examples. Right, first, let's go to the United Kingdom. In Harrow School in the United Kingdom, the students, they have to wear school uniforms. And it is interesting to see that in this school, the school uniform includes straw hats. These are called straw hats, okay? Eton College in the United Kingdom is a very famous school. It is a 13 to 18 age range independent boarding school for boys in the town of Eton near Windsor in Berkshire, England. So in other words, only boys can attend this school, and it is a boarding school. Boarding school means you stay in the school. Okay, 住宿的学校, sekolah berasrama penuh. Alright? So this is a very famous college, and you look at the uniforms. Okay? Isn't it very special? Right, now let's move on to China. Look at this school. It is an elementary school, means a primary school, okay, with a running track on its roof. You see, the track is on the roof, 在那个屋顶上面, di atas bumbung. Okay? The school is located in Tiantai at Zhejiang Province. Now, a 200-meter running track has been built on the roof of the school, meaning you see they built the track on the roof, okay? On the roof, you can run, it's 200 meters, okay? If you run the whole thing, it's 200 meters, 200 米, yeah? 200 meter. So the school did not have any land to construct the running track, and the limited land cannot provide enough space for students to exercise. So they opted for the roof. Now, meaning the school building, it has not enough land for them to run around, to exercise, so they use the roof, okay, they modify it, they design it to become a running track. And this design has gone famous all over the world. Now, if you look at it carefully, it is safe because, there are fences around, so the students won't fall, okay? Won't fall off the building, alright? Now, this is the school in Beijing, China. Now, in China, classes are sometimes cancelled due to pollution levels in the air. In other words, when pollution is terrible, okay, pencemaran udara, 空气污染的时候呢, the classes, they are cancelled, okay, so the students don't come to class. So this is a picture of a biology teacher broadcasting her course in a classroom to students at home. So it's like us now, the teacher takes a video and the students will look at it from home. Okay. Next, this is a cave school, okay, in China. This Chinese elementary, meaning primary, 小学, sekolah rendah, school, this elementary school is situated beneath a rocky overhang in Zhongdong, Guizhou province, okay, meaning it is in a cave. Alright, inside a mountain, alright, in a cave. It is believed to be the only cave school in the world. And you see there are 6 classes, 8 teachers and about 200 students. The unique school offers children from remote villages a chance of an education. Remote villages means villages that are far, far away from town. Okay? Kampung yang berada jauh dari bandar, okay, 那种很偏远的这个乡村呐. So they have a chance to get an education. They have a chance to come to school and learn something. Alright, it offered to educate kids who didn't have any access to education. Because they are staying in a village so far away, they cannot go to school in the city. So they come to this school. But in 2011, this school was shut down by the Chinese government. Next, this is another very special school. It's called the Gulu Elementary School in China. The journey to Gulu Elementary School in China's Sichuan province takes 5 hours. Imagine, they are walking on the cliffs. They are walking. They have to go through the mountains. You see these people, right? Isn't it dangerous? So it is also very tiring. Yeah? The exhausting journey. Exhausting means very tiring. 很累的啊, sangat letih untuk jalan 5 jam kan. Involves trekking up a mountain along a dangerously narrow trail. So you see the kids, because they have to go to school, they are willing, to walk so far to take a dangerous route to school. It started in the 1980s for the children in the village. It has basic facilities such as a proper toilet and also a basketball court. You see, these people live at the mountains, okay? They don't get to go to schools in town. So schools are set up here to help the kids. Right. Similarly, in Indonesia, in a kampong, in a village called Lebak, in a small Indonesian village of Lebak, pupils have to cross a very dangerous bridge that could collapse at any moment to get to school. Look, the bridge is not even, you can't even walk properly on the bridge. They have to climb like that. But they are still doing so. The kids are still doing so, even though it's dangerous, because they say they prefer to take this dangerous route because a detour to the next bridge, okay, meaning if they go to the next bridge, 他们如果去下一座桥啊, okay, kalau mereka nak pergi ke jambatan yang satu lagi, it would add half an hour to their journey. Okay, so they have to walk longer. So they rather take this bridge. Right? Okay, well, of course, not all schools in Indonesia are like that. Now, the world's greenest school is also situated in Indonesia. Okay, now greenest meaning is best for the environment. Okay, 对环境很好的. Alright, so this is the greenest school in the world. Alright, Mesra Alam, yeah? The classes are held inside a huge bamboo and straw hut. The campus is built using sustainable natural material and is powered by more than 100 solar panels, you see? So they are using the clean energy. Okay, that's why it's called the world's greenest school. Now let's move on to India. Okay, this is the Rukmini Devi Public School in India. In India, if you are, if your parents have work and you have good income, you can go to a proper school. So this school is situated in New Delhi, India. Not everybody in India is rich or is well off. Some of them are very poor and they don't have any schools to attend. So there are these train platform schools in India. Now this school helps and educates kids begging on the streets. Okay, 那些在街上讨钱的乞讨的乞丐啊 okay, mereka yang minta duit di jalan. Okay, so the kids, they beg on the streets and the school help to bring them, teach them. So instead of asking these kids to come to school, okay, daripada suruh budak-budak ni pergi ke sekolah, sekolah ini dibawa ke sana. Okay, 他们把学校带去那边，就是在这些火车站那边。So it brings schools to kids who cannot afford an education. This unique initiative offers education to 4,000 students, you see. So the students, they are beggars. They beg at all these streets, so they learn that, okay? And they get food and medication to their families. Also, some of the very poor areas, they have their school under the bridge. Okay, now this is a school organized by volunteers for poor children who are not in the school system. Yeah, it is located in the city of New Delhi, situated beneath an overpass. Meaning up here is the road, 是马路来的 jalan raya. So di bawah jalan raya. Okay, volunteers teach children the basics of reading, maths, and English. The school has been going for more than 10 years and has about more than 300 students. schools in Japan. Now, in Japanese schools, okay, the meals, makanan, 食物, the meals in schools tend to be balanced, and kids are usually required to eat everything as to not be wasteful. 所以小孩子在学校要把所有的食物吃完，dia kena habiskan makanan, tidak boleh membazir. Students work together to serve each other food and clean up after meals. Now, in Japanese schools, they do not have cleaners. Okay, dia tak ada pekerja kebersihan. So children are expected to share cleaning duties. Okay, they have to clean up. They are expected to wash their hands before entering the classroom, and also take part in cleaning their classroom and the surrounding hallways. Children wipe down floors, clean off desks, and dust off chalkboards as part of their daily duty. Also, when you enter a public school, everyone, including the students, teachers, employees, and visitors, has to take off their shoes just inside the entrance, put them on the shelf, and put on the slippers or special indoor shoes. Next, this is the River Plate School in Argentina. So this is the Argentinian flag. The students of this school have to manage their studies in the world-famous soccer stadium in Buenos Aires. Okay, so this is a very famous soccer stadium, and the schools are here. The school is here. Okay, the classrooms are here. So you can watch a game of soccer while getting your education at the same time. Over 2,000 children attend this school that doubles as a soccer stadium. So it is a stadium and a school as well. Sometimes classes finish early since classes and soccer practice take place at the same time. Next, this is a school in Vietnam, the Van Chai Primary School. Classes are taught in the local Hmong language, okay? And this third grade class in Vietnam's Dong Van district has no electricity or books. You see, no fans, no lights, nothing. This is the Mashal Model School in Pakistan, and it caters for children of underprivileged families across Pakistan. In other words, this school is for the children from poor families, okay, maybe broken families, their parents died or they don't have enough money, so they come to this school. So you see the classroom is small and there are so many children in there. And also in Pakistan, they have the school in the park. Ayub, a Pakistani civil servant, pekerja awam,公务员, started a program to educate underprivileged children in 1985. He provides the educational supplies from his personal income, meaning he uses his own money to get books, pens and notebooks and stationery for the children. He and his volunteers teach the children English, Urdu and math. Their classroom is a local park during fair weather, meaning when the weather is nice, 天气好的时候, 抓抓 okay, they study in the park. And a room in the local slum during the rainy season. A slum means a street where, there are many people, it's packed, okay, it's usually at the poorer areas in the town. So if it is a rainy season, they have to pack in this place. Okay, next we go to Kenya. Alright, this is the Gifted Hands Educational Center in Kenya. Now, in Kenya, children have to pay school fees, since the 1980s. And in 2003, free education was reintroduced in Kenya. In other words, they don't have to pay. Right, this is the Eco Premier Ave Maria in Burundi. I'm not sure if I pronounced the name correctly. Now, Burundi is a country, this is the flag, and this school is situated in the capital of Burundi. It's called Bujumbura. Look at how many students are there in one class. And this is a school in Afghanistan. The teacher and her students are in their study open area outside of Jalalabad, Afghanistan. Now, because there are wars in Afghanistan, 有战争啊, ada perang, so most of the time the schools are damaged, so they have to study in this open area. And this is the Makoko floating school in Nigeria. This school floats on water and can accommodate 100 children at a time. It was originally built to resist the rising water levels in the lagoons, okay? Because the water levels will rise, okay? So that's why they are building the floating school, okay? And this floating school can stand extreme weather conditions. So even though it rains or there's thunderstorm, the school is safe. Alright? These are the boat schools in Bangladesh. Now because in Bangladesh it is always flooded, so that's why they created the boat schools. So these boat schools are made out of necessity due to excessive floods in the country. It always floods, okay? But the school, okay, these schools, the boat schools, yeah, they have solar power, you see, solar power up here, internet connectivity, and also libraries. There are as many as 100 boat schools floating in Bangladesh now, empowering the country's children and helping them to make a great future. So that's why they want children to go to school, because that is the only way to make the country better in future. Now this is the Municipal school in São José, Brazil. Alright, the kids, they are having a class on the floating boat, a floating school boat. It travels along the Amazon River in rural area of Manaus, Brazil. So again, because it's in a rural area, 比较郊区、比较偏远的地方, okay, it's not near the town, tak dekat dengan bandar besar. So they are learning in a school boat, okay. Alright, let's look at some interesting schools now. Okay, this is the Orestad Gymnasium in Denmark. Alright, this school is situated in Copenhagen, Denmark. It has one giant classroom for 358 high school students. It has the wide open settings with giant drums, look at this, giant drums and huge pillows to create a more relaxed learning environment. They have sections called drums where the students can sit and think. This kind of design is created to encourage creative thinking. This is the Steve Jobs School in Netherlands or Holland. Yeah, this school is situated in Amsterdam, Netherlands, or we call it Holland. It follows an individual learning plan. In other words, every kid, you have an individual learning plan. You have your own learning plan which is different from your friend. Okay? The school takes into consideration the talents, skills and interests of its pupils grade 4 to 12, and the plan is readjusted every 6 weeks. Meaning the teacher will look at you, your talents, your skills and what you're interested in. They will design the plan for you, okay? And every 6 weeks you will change or you will readjust your plan. So now that you have looked at all these interesting schools around the world, there are some thinking questions that I would like you to think about. Number 1, which of those schools would you like to go to? Number 2, if you can help one of those schools, which would you help? Think about some of the schools that you see just now, okay? Which of the schools would you like to help? Why would you want to help them? And how would you help them? Alright, compare those schools with your school now. How do you feel about your current school, meaning the school that you are studying in now? Okay, would you like to go to those schools or your school? Which one? Right? Why do you think people set up schools in poor countries even though they do not have a building? Now look at some of the schools just now, it's in a train, on a train platform, under the bridge, in the park. Why do you think people still have schools even though they don't have a building? Okay? And finally, what is your ideal school? Meaning, which kind of school would you want to go? Okay? What do you hope or what do you wish your school have? Okay? What are the things that you want in your school? Okay? Alright, so that's all for now. Thank you for listening. Hope to see you again. Goodbye.